Most of 2011 was spent worrying whether the economy would plunge over another cliff. 2012 could just ratchet up the pressure. Or not.
To get an informed view of where the economy may be headed this year, we came here to Dobbs Ferry, New York, along the Hudson River. This is where Mark Skousen, one of the country's leading economic forecasters, lives and does his forecasting.
This editor of the influential Forecasts and Strategies newsletter worries Europe's debt crisis will take down the EU and could seriously hurt the U.S. as well.
What you're facing is the possibility of an unraveling of the Eurozone.
Bill Beach, a top economic analyst at the Heritage Foundation, says if countries like heavily in debt Italy default on their debts, it will likely kill many major banks in Europe, which could topple American giants.
As major financial institutions from Bank of America to Goldman Sachs, Morgan Stanley, all of these that are now banking operations begin to see their investments in those European banks extinguished.
How bad could it get?
It's a major recession, it's riots in the streets, it's a collapsing stock market, a stock market crash. All of the scenarios that's your worst nightmare is what people are in fear of.
Beach is casting a wary eye on a whole other region that could create problems for America, the oil-rich Middle East.
Anything that disturbs the Middle East affects the oil price, which affects, of course, our economy.
He points out the Arab Spring may be producing more radically Islamic governments.
The governments that are coming in are not coming in as progressive governments that have a favorable view to Israel.
So that raises the concern that if Iran and Israel get into a military confrontation over Iran's possible nuclear weapons, other Islamic powers could also go after Israel and turn this into a region-wide war that could threaten the oil supplies and cripple the economies of both Europe and the U.S. Still, the U.S. doesn't have to look outside its borders to find another source of problems. Both Skousen and Beach worry if Washington politicians can't agree to tackle the huge annual federal deficits and $15 trillion federal debt, America's credit rating will fall and shaky times grow shakier.
Congress was supposed to come up with a solution, and they didn't come up with a solution. All of the financial credit rating agencies are very concerned about it.
Skousen, though, isn't all gloom and doom. He's hoping the Federal Reserve may soon raise interest rates after keeping them so low for so long. Skousen says that would be a sign that economic growth is coming back.
If they raise interest rates, that will send a message out to all the world that we're back to normal. We're moving back to normal.
And Beach sees many positive trends for at least one sector of America's economy.
I think 2012 will see the United States hold and grow its dominance in the high technology area. We're seeing a lot of entrepreneurial activity, new firms, new startups.
Skousen says corporations have been making record profits, but have been frozen with fear that investing, building, expanding, and hiring may not be the smart thing to do, because if the Democrats win Congress and Obama the White House in 2012, and
if Obama remains a ideologue, then it could be another 4 frustrating years.
Many seem to have their fingers crossed more business-friendly politicians will win in November, wiping out liberal initiatives.
I think there's a real possibility that if the Republicans gain control of Congress and the presidency, that a lot of this will be reversed, and that businesses will just load up and start investing and hiring people and so forth.
But remember, whether President Obama is elected or Governor Romney or Speaker Gingrich or whoever, the main problem remains right in front of us, and that is the fiscal mess of the United States government.
So where will the American economy flow in coming days? Could be up, could be down. Much may depend on Europe and whether American politicians continue to hamper or help American businesses. Paul Strand, CBN News, reporting from Dobbs Ferry, New York.